Sebastian's head may have not actually been cut off because that's physically impossible. However, there's reason to suggest that they maybe cut his head completely around but didn't touch the spinal cord, which is how he was able to continue living for several days. And you're like, look, Kevin, I don't even know you, okay? Get out of here.
Hey, Skip!
Katie talking about Christian things is funny for everyone.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Skip! A day late. So it'd be like those lore podcasts, Aaron Mankey territory. I don't know who that is, but I was thinking, what we were thinking of when we listened to it was actually not a true crime podcast. It was Our Fake History, which I really, really like. If you don't listen to Our Fake History, you should. And start with the one about the War of 1812. It's a 3-part episode. I like the idea of framing it as a true crime type story. I think people would want to find that interesting. So you only want to do it if you can proselytize? No, like the opposite. I only want to do it if it's an interesting story. Like everybody, like the theme will always, of course, be that these people did this for God or because they love God or because they love Jesus or all of that. But if it's only interesting to people who consume primarily Christian content, I don't want to do it because that's gross and that leans into being a Catholic influencer. And I never, like, there's a joke that they make on catching foxes all the time, and I love catching foxes. I think they're great guys, but like regularly they say something to the effect of like, our religious life is for sale or our faith life is for sale, and I don't want that. My faith life and my religious life and my relationship with God cannot be the basis for my making money. Does that make sense? I can't do that. I can't do it. I couldn't. On all his podcasts, we'll take one story of lore or creature and then tell the story and break it down. It's really interesting. I'll have to look it up. My 6-year-old daughter has lined up all of her dolls toward the outdoor grill. It looks like she's preparing for some kind of barbecue.
Wow.
Wow. I don't think I'm good at proselytizing. Although I do like to do it when they come to my door to do it to me. That's my favorite. But like, that's turnabout, you know? You came here and brought this on yourself. Okay, this feels a little thicker. Would we say that that's coating the back of a spoon? I wouldn't really.
Yeah, I would.
Would you?
Yeah.
I feel like I've been over here for 2 hours. Can male dolls join? Oh my goodness. Belky would listen to a Saints podcast.
How does the morbid or like the true crime podcast start? Like, give me an example. Pretend you're starting one.
You tell the backstory about the person who was murdered.
No. Like the actual intro.
Oh.
What are the first few words they normally say?
Hi, weirdos. I'm Ash and I'm Elena.
And then what?
And this is morbid.
And then they like in their spooky voice,
then,
right? They go like,
yeah, but then there's other podcasts
Ash,
where they're like,
today we're gonna talk about.
No, first they banter for a while. They're like, oh my gosh, Ash, you wrote a book. I know, right? Can you believe it?
Okay, and then blah blah blah, banter, and then they introduce. How do they introduce?
I don't know, honey. You're gonna make me like